Attention now to the judicial sector. We had done that report on review of the judicial sector in 2024. Let's now bring in a lawyer, Ologun, who has been standing by to look at all of these issues. Good to have you join us.
Thank you very much and Happy New Year.
I wish you the same. Let's talk about the judiciary, which is your sector. I'm sure you know that there were a lot of issues in the judiciary this year. First of all, administrative issues were dealt with, change in leadership, increase in the number of Supreme Court justices, to resolving very long-standing controversies on key constitutional issues. How would you describe 2024 for the judiciary?
Quite remarkable for the judiciary. Like you mentioned, as at October 2023, there were just 10 justices in the Supreme Court of Nigeria. And eventually, as at 21st of February 2024, about 21 justices, which gives us full complement in the Supreme Court, came on board. And what that means is that now attention can be given to cases that are in the Supreme Court in terms of the workload. And of course, we know in law that justice delayed may end up being justice denied. So, and in the same year, 2024, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun became the CJN as the second female CJN in the country. And then she has made a promise to attend to the lingering complaints against the judiciary, though in her expression, she's of the view that few judges are the ones bringing, disrepute to the judiciary. Though the senior advocate of Nigeria, Dr. Wale Babalakin, lamented the deterioration in the judiciary independence by alluding to the fact that we were having increasing influence of state governors and other political figures over judges. But the new CJN has promised to try and look into the matter and ensure that justice is actually done as expected in the temple of justice. So by and large, it's been a very remarkable year for the judiciary.
But Mr. Ologun, many would say that there were also setbacks. We saw all of the intrigues at play in Rivers State, and that largely was due to the role that the judiciary played in conflicting judgments. When you look at the achievements and then that level of setback, how do you put that side by side in terms of the perception index of the judiciary in the country as it stands today?
Obviously, it was such an ugly encounter. And as you mentioned, let's isolate the case of Rivers State, where there were conflicting decisions coming from the same court of ordinary jurisdiction, while Justice Igwe, in a suit brought by the All People's Party towards the local government election, ordered INEC to release voters' register used for conduct of 2022 general election to the Rivers Independent Electoral Commission. His learned colleague in the Federal Capital Territory, Justice Lifu, gave a contrary order, preventing even the police from granting security covering for the elections. And eventually, the local government elections went ahead. And like I said, it's one of the issues that concerned the new CJN. And I understand there was a plan to invite the two of them to come and appear before the relevant body to explain themselves. If that has been done, it's a different ballgame altogether. But by and large, the judiciary has a lot to do in the contemporary dispensation to clean up, because we are guided by the position of Lord Hewart, who disclosed that justice must not only be done, but must be clearly seen to have been done. And that was in the case of Rex, success justices, a 1924 case in the UK. So, and according to that maxim in law, nothing is to be done which creates even a suspicion that there has been an improper interference with the course of justice. So if you isolate the case of Rivers State, for instance, some could come to the conclusion that the politicians influenced the judiciary to play to their tunes. And I think we need to fine-tune this in Nigeria. Again, we have the encounters in Kano State concerning the reinstatement of Lamido Sanusi as the emir of Kano and the removal of the Bayero that was there. So these are issues that the judiciary should look at. Exactly. And what is said about the judiciary is that it's the last hope of the common man. And if the big man hijacks justice, then what hope is left for the common man? So I quite agree. And the judiciary is not denying the fact that we need to clean up. So
absolutely. And that's a tall, Mr. Ologun, apologies, I had to come in here because of time. That's a tall order for the judiciary this year in terms of, fixing its perception so that Nigerians can actually believe that it is last hope for the common man. I'm sure we'll continue to have this conversation with you as we progress in the course of the year. Thank you so much for your time. Lawyer Jide Ologun.
Thank you. God bless Nigeria.